Hello and welcome to a brand spanking new CraftySimulations video. So, after the first flight of the UK tour, I thought I'd go back to my home little airbase of Wickenby and take out a Cessna that I don't really feature too much on the channel. This is the Microsoft Cessna 207 Stationair. And it was a collaboration between, obviously, Microsoft Asobo and Carinado. And it's a Cessna that's a little bit different. It's a stretch Cessna. It is a bush flying Cessna. This aircraft is very much at home in flying out of grass strips and into grass strips and into strips that were never even meant to land at an aircraft at all. So I thought I featured it before in the channel when it first came out, and like I say, I haven't featured it too much since. So I thought, you know something, I'm going to feature it again. Let's have a little flight. So what we're going to do, we're going to fly, like I say, from Wickenby, and we are going to fly all the way to dizzying heights and a dizzying distance to Waddington. It's going to be interesting because, like I say, this aircraft is a little bit different. For one thing, the view is pants. That's due to the fact the aircraft is sat squat on its back wheels pretty much. The view, even though this is obviously got a nose wheel, pretty much makes it feel like you've got a tail dragger, but it's not too bad. Once you get in the air, it's fine. Landing's a bit more different, but we'll get to that stage in a moment, too. So this is going to be a quick flight, really. I just want to kick back, relax, and, you know, just have a bit of fun, really. So we'll have batteries coming on. And we shall have beacon lights. Should be enough to get the engine primed. Fuel tanks are set. There on the left. Can we open the windows? We can. Clip up. Not clip up. It helps if you actually do turn the fuel system on. Clip up. It should be squawking 7,000. Flaps are down one stage, that's fine. I hate GNS 530s. I don't know why it is, I never get along with them. First got the sim, and the acquiring time was a lot less than it is nowadays. I'm guessing there was an update. Starting to pick up satellites, and there we go, hooray. So, Scampton and Waddington should be down there. Head towards the cathedral and turn left, pretty much. So, turn them off. Nav lights are on, beacon lights already on, taxi lights are now on. bit of travelling along the grass. We'll head towards the runway and backtrack. Shall we say, interesting while you're on the ground on this aircraft. It does seem like I say back on its main undercarriage. Once you're in the air, it's not too bad. Shut up the doors, hatch. All hatches are shut. Running through switches on bottles, make sure everything is correct, everything is looking fine. Airspeed's alive. That little hump halfway down the runway. Throws the aircraft into the sky. This is what I love doing in flight sim. I think it's fun for me, just getting into an airplane and just going out for a flight. No matter what the aircraft is, I mean, yeah, there's challenging aircraft out there, but this is fun. So obviously, as this video is being made, Flight Sim 2024 is nearly around the corner. It is... well, you can pre-order it now. I made a little video on some of the options that we're going to be looking at to purchase the Flight Sim, what aircraft come with it, and more to the point, what systems are going to run it. Personally, I will not be getting it on day one release, at least. I'll be waiting until the next year to take a look at how it handles, you know. I mean, to be perfectly honest, what's wrong with 2020 as a sim? I mean, yes, mine's tweaked a little bit here and there, but it's not tweaked that much, and it's running quite smoothly. There's a few little hiccups every now and again when you're coming into land, into airports. That's nothing new. But I'm happy with 2020. I'm interested in where 2024 is, what it's going to do. I especially want to know how it's handling with the hardware. I mean, I was fully expecting it to require, like, you know, 50 series Nvidia cards and processors that haven't been, you know, even thought about to get the best results. But it does look like it will be quite a, still quite a load on a computer, but not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I've done this flight in Flight Sim. Obviously, this is my local area. I like to fly out to Waddington quite a few times. Obviously, Wickenby is more spooky for general aviation. I still remember the days. I dare say you guys and girls were all the same, when we had FSX and FS 2004 and the graphics, we wished we'd had graphics looking like this. Obviously by now, I'm hoping you've watched the part 1 of the UK tour, a flight I'm doing in the COWS DA42. I have added a few little tweaks in, excuse me, a few little tweaks here and there into the audio to try and make it a little bit more realistic. Obviously, if it is generally, you know, accepted, it's pretty good as a voice for a pilot. I may look at putting it into normal videos like this. Also, I know I think it's going to need a bit of tweaking, but I was happy with it. I think it adds a little more realism to the videos. Waddington should be just to our left. Yeah, about 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, what am I about? 9 and 10 o'clock. Not quite an airfield you'd expect to see a Cessna Stationair landing at, but like I say, I haven't flown this aircraft in quite a while. I remember correctly, it has quite a quirky landing approach, if I remember. It was a bit tricky. This Waddington scenery is available on FlightSim.to. It's completely freeware. I know there's a few options now for Waddington scenery. This one isn't the most accurate. However, I have found it to be the most, sort of realistic, I suppose. Try and make our normal approach into Waddington, if those of you that remember. You fly over these little farm buildings here and you go towards one of the villages and there's a blue building. That's where I start my turn normally. So, landing lights are set. Put the fuel pump on. Just passing over the building with the blue roof. The joys of a Cessna, a high wing. In fact, you don't have much side view at the moment, so you have to kind of rely that you're doing it right. Turbulence at the moment. Nice long runway here at Waddington, so it should be perfectly fine. We don't get exactly on the landing point. think the suspension's getting a really good workout. That was not the best landing, and that's because I don't practice in this aircraft. Must admit, that was one of the, one of the more interesting landings. Mind you, any landing you can walk away from. Like I say, quite an interesting landing. I really do need to get some more practice in this aircraft. It has quite a quirky approach. I think it also doesn't help matter that you do completely lose the view of the runway on the final few seconds, because you do have to land obviously on the main wheels, and the main wheels are squat. You know, it's just the wrong kind of position to land in. So you end up doing the buddy hop down the runway, which is embarrassing.